saying it.
Today we're going to be talking about IDubbbz and, the harsh reality of Creator Clash 2. And before we get into that, if you don't know who's IDubbbz, he is a YouTuber with over 7.4 million subscribers.
Hello everyone, I have some bad news to share with you. I really don't want to share it. I feel terrible. This year has been a rough one, but this is the path that I chose, so I think it's best to be transparent. For Creator Clash 2, despite it being a fun event and despite good fights and a lot of creators sacrificing a lot of time, money, and energy, we lost $250,000 on the event.
You heard that from the man himself. He lost over $200,000. I don't wish that upon anyone, not even IDubbbz himself. And, he explains more on the reason why he lost money. The credit card is in negatives. It's all the way down in the dirt. It's red. Whenever I mean red, I mean it's super hot red, The piggy bank is 10 feet under the ground,
For me, I was just thinking, let's just avoid catastrophe happening. For me, I was just thinking, let's just avoid catastrophe. As long as there's, not, I don't know, a bomb threat or, injuries or anything crazy, we should be fine. This should just be, the first year. I don't want it to be more complicated than the first year. It ended up being a lot more complicated. Amongst the 800 pirated streaming sites, there were between 1.3 and 3 million viewers. So even though there were around 50,000 pay-per-view buys, there were around 1.3 to 3 million viewers, people who actually watched the full broadcast. And that's a little bit reassuring. It makes me feel like, okay, people maybe do want to watch this. They just didn't, they just either couldn't afford it or just didn't want to support what I had going on. If it's 1 or 2 steps to pirate it, but it's 3 or 4 steps to stream it legitimately.
So the reason why I didn't do so was because, everybody would say, no ho, he's gonna watch it for free. So the 3 million viewers, boot gained the whole stream, and, the profits, just left the chat. And also he just goes on to say that, that he should have made it free, and, and the expenses were a lot more, a bigger arena, more staff that he had to pay, he had to pay more for broadcasting, and also the hotels for the fighters as well.
Been a huge sacrifice. I try not to view any of the pirated live streams as malicious, because I think the majority of people, aren't malicious about it. I think there were 50,000 people out of 1 million plus who just said, Creator Clash live stream, and instantly a bunch of shit popped up, and it was just very easy for them to watch. And I really don't blame them for making that choice. All I'm trying to do right now in making this video is to remedy it.
Only 50,000 people bought the pay-per-view. Out of the millions of people that watch it for free, that's a really big hit to the wallet. I feel bad for IDubbbz, not only for him, but also for the charities, that are not getting the money that they were promised, or that that all the fighters are fighting for, And the rest of the video is kind of just saying, that he's trying to find any type of way to, to come back from this, to make any type of revenue, for people to donate to the charities, for the money to go back to the people that he wanted to donate to, or the fighters wanted to donate to, stuff like that, so he's just trying to find any way to make money in order to give money back to the charities. That's kind of late for that. But I guess one thing that I do want to say is that I feel like one of the other reasons why there's a big dip in buyers is because the reason why I say that is because the Froggy Fresh situation that happened before the event. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Froggy Fresh. He has over 800,000 subscribers, and he said something before the fight that IDubbbz and his wife didn't like.
To be substantial evidence that Chris Raygun is now on Adderall. Well, young man, amphetamines couldn't save Hitler, and they can't save you either. On April 15th, if I don't hurt you, beyond what anybody could have imagined. I will be so disappointed in myself that I will subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans.
And also, he also trained with someone that IDubbbz didn't like either, which he didn't say that he could or couldn't. He was just saying, the way he hurt me, whatever stuff, whatever. All in his feelings, stuff like that.
Okay. Prioritize the feet over the job. Raise your scooter. You're on it. Your elbow in. Just stop that hand. So don't anytime you're blocking, don't go like this type of thing. Just keep the movement minimal. So when you block an uppercut, just bring that elbow in the block.
Which he also got which I think also got him kicked out for being associated with Sam Hyde and also saying some stuff. And IDubbbz, he was just very vague on like, oh, I kicked you out because of this, but he was very vague about it. He didn't really say whatever it was, and the whole storm was kicked up about it, and everybody wanted to see Froggy Fresh. That's a lot of people were anticipating that fight, to go see him, stuff like that, and they never got to see him to fight. I'll leave a link down in the corner, if you guys want to see more in depth, if you guys want to go more in depth into the situation that I'm talking about. Anyways, back to what I was saying, I feel like it was his fault, for kicking out Froggy Fresh, stirring up a whole storm that everybody started to not like IDubbbz, since everybody didn't like IDubbbz, they were like, I want to see the fight, but I don't like IDubbbz, so what did they do? They decided to pirate the show, pirate the pay-per-view, not pay for it, because like, oh, I don't like IDubbbz, I'm not gonna give them any money. Stuff like that, They really didn't like, what he did, for kicking out Froggy Fresh, stuff like that. And I've already saw the comments down below, and a lot of people are saying, there wasn't enough advertisements. But there's a whole situation, which is free advertisement, but also advertisement for, negative feedback for Creator Clash 2, So, I guess some people didn't, hear about it, they didn't see it, they didn't hear about it all, you're like, oh, what's Creator Clash? Stuff like that. So a lot of people didn't get to see it. There wasn't enough advertisement according to people in the comment section. Like I said, I feel like another reason is, Sam Hyde. Not Sam Hyde, but like a Froggy Fresh situation, He wasn't able to fight, they kicked him out. Everybody was angry, which is understandable. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the whole situation, And like I said, I don't wish any type of ill will upon, IDubbbz. I want him to succeed. I want him to be able to get that money and, donate it to charity. It doesn't mean I like him. Doesn't mean I agree with whatever he did. But I mean, also, the charities shouldn't have to suffer because of that, So I want him to get the money, be able to pay off the charities, for everybody to be, given what they were promised, for everybody to get paid whatever they were going to get paid, But yeah, IDubbbz, I still don't really like him. I still want him to get the money. Froggy Fresh, hopefully he's doing well, but I know he's doing a lot more better. Anyways, I think that'll be it for the video. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later.